On up in the room, man. Come on up in the room. We check everything out, make sure everything is looking good. We are here. We are here. What's going on, man? Top Flight TV, Mr. Top Flight Films, Big Flight. What's the word, man? Hope everybody's doing good. I got a video, quick video. This is gonna be on Tucker Carlson. I know I'm late. I'm super late. This has been going on all week. I've been busy. Haven't had a chance to touch on this topic. For all those who said that FBA was just something on Twitter, right? This video is for you. For everybody who is downplaying FBA, who have tried and attempted to discredit, to belittle, right? Everybody that has tried to act like they're gonna argue this thing away, this video is for you. I'm gonna play a clip here in a minute. And I wanna preface this clip and this whole entire video by saying, um, this shout out that was given, nobody's really nobody's really, taking this as Tucker Carlson is an ally or friend of ours. We know we have no friends, you dig? So I want to put that out there. Nobody's excited about Tucker Carlson's cosign. It's really a symbol of where things are going. It's a symbol of where things are going, right? And it's a symbol of what we've been saying. And it just proves what we've been saying as correct. I've had family members um, act like they didn't know what foundational black Americans, who foundational black Americans, what is FBA? They say shit like that. Well, listen, y'all going, if you don't know now, you know, and you're going to know. And this is just a sign. This is early stages of what's about to happen. So I'm going to play this clip, man. This right here is for all the Pan-Africans. This is for some of the tether class, you dig? And this is also for the white supremacists. Okay? This is for the people who act like we're African, like we're from Africa, and this isn't our land. All right? See, smart people understand that black Americans have a really big stake here in America. Smart people, people who aren't going to lie to themselves, they understand that black Americans are foundational, okay? Foundational to America. Let's play the clip, shall we? Y'all ready? I'm going to do it like this because this is just how I'm rocking, right? So I'm going to just flip the screen. Let's go.
A call from the Foundational Black American Society here in Florida, who reminded me that Byron's mother is Jamaican, he is Panamanian, and they found it quite insulting, in their words, that he would try to claim victimhood of slavery without a single descendant of American slaves in his family.
I like those foundational guys.
They're so good.
Tariq Nasheed and all. I mean, I don't agree with everything, but they've got a perspective. If your family's been here 400 years, and the descendants of a lot of American slaves, their families have been here 400 years. I don't know. I think that gives. I'll listen to you. Like you've got a point of view that is legitimate, I think.
Yeah. And they're unequivocally heritage Americans.
That's for sure.
100%.
They're definitely heritage Americans, if anyone is. And
See, I like that. I like that. I like the fact that these two gentlemen, shout out to my man Ray. What's up, homie? I like the fact that these two gentlemen can be honest. You understand? Now, we have Pan-Africans, we got Democrats, right? When we said that we were FBA, right? We had black folks telling us, no, you're not. We got Pan-Africans telling us, no, you're not. I like the fact that these two Caucasian gentlemen recognize who we are. And it's ironic that people who look like us, as soon as we told them the new word that we're going to use instead of African American, these people said, no, you're not foundational black American, you're African. You dig? I'm gonna continue to play the clip. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out who's goofy. Jim Smith, speak, brother. Um, Pyron said, my wife said she wants to. Okay, I see. Let me get that out of here. Yeah, hey, my man, if you got something to say, just let it be known. Everybody's welcome, and you can bring your opinion, but be intelligent with your opinion. You dig? Say something intelligent. I'm gonna run the rest of this clip, and we're gonna chop it up. All right, let's go.
Someone rolls in from Ghana and gets an MSNBC slot and starts speaking on behalf of black people. It's like, shut up, honey. You've got nothing to do with this.
Right.
That's
Literally.
a fair perspective,
Right.
I think.
And so it's good to actually see them call them out for that. That's actually cultural appropriation. Appropriating the struggle of slavery.
I totally agree.
And the struggle of slavery was real. I don't think Republicans ever want to really whitewash that. It's real. Right? But for
We're
Biden,
against slavery.
we're against it.
Whether it's in the West Bank or here or anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah, against it.
And so for Byron's
Nano banana.
Shit. Y'all forgive me. I did not want that ad to pop up. We're gonna let it rock out. But as you see, these two gentlemen are on here and they're speaking about foundational black Americans. Now, what we've been told that FBA is just something that's on Twitter. FBA is an online hate group. We've been told all this bullshit. And what you're saying right now, what I just showed you, what I'm going to continue to show you, is the mainstream has now picked up this term. And y'all know what's up. Y'all know what's up and it's stuck, man. Y'all know that, right? Y'all understand what's about to happen. You understand what we've been telling you. And it's a great thing to see this thing actually play out. Rodney Nicholson says black was the first name you could have accepted. Color was what's more better. Now, Rodney, are you a black individual? Are you a colored individual? We can get to that in a minute. I'm gonna get to that whole black thing in a minute. Some people don't want to be called black or whatever. I had a discussion with a gentleman 2 weeks ago, and he told me he doesn't want to be considered black. And I asked him, I said, so watch this, y'all. He had this big argument of how he doesn't want to be called black, right? So I asked him, I said, so you're not a black man? And he got stuck. Because now you have to say it out loud. So you can say, oh well, we shouldn't call ourselves black. But when I ask you, I say, so you're not a black man? Now you stuck. Because now you gotta denounce your blackness. I had to explain to him that you think of black as a bad thing, right? You think of black. They taught you to think of black. I love being black. See, we took it and we made it something great. See, there's a lot of ingredients in that word black. You understand? And this is not a pro-black channel. Let me be real clear. This is a pro-justice channel, a pro-motivational channel. You understand? But there's so many ingredients in that word black. You got struggle, you got perseverance, you got strength, you got history. I can go on and on and on how many adjectives are within this one word black. So the problem is with everybody, all you Moorish cats out there talking about you don't want to be black, no problem. Don't be black. Whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, you call yourself. Okay, you're melanated, okay. Whatever. At the end of the day, you feel like black is a bad thing. You're ashamed of being black. It makes you feel some type of way, right? Because you made it synonymous with bad, ugly, dirty. You let them trick you and fool you into thinking your blackness was bad. James Brown told us several decades ago. What did James Brown tell us? Somebody put it in the chat. What did James Brown tell us? Somebody put it in the chat. What were the real? I'm talking about, see, I had this discussion early online with somebody. There's a new type of Negro in 2026. I was looking at pictures from the Million Man March. Mr. Poker Rush, thank you. I'm black and I'm proud. That's what James. That's what the brothers and sisters back in the day was singing. This is what they were standing on. You new niggas are ashamed of being black. Y'all ashamed of being black, bro. And I don't, I can't be mad at you because any black man that's out here in society that has grown up in this society is going to be a little all over the place. It's going to be a lot going on. We've been through a lot, right? So I don't fault you, but don't come on here telling me that I'm not black and I can't identify how I want to identify. Now, when people say foundational black American, and when I say foundational black American and somebody pops up like, well, why you want to call yourself black? It's like, bro, you didn't get the foundational and you didn't get the American. All you focus on is the black. That just lets me know right there that you don't like the empowerment that we gave ourselves. You understand? By calling ourselves foundational black Americans. You want to be the minority, right? You're a minority. Most black people have no problem calling themselves black. Okay? Sophia Carter said, black is our culture, our color is shades of brown. You can frame it, we can frame it however. You dig? Yeah, sure. We all know. Look, you're 100% correct, sister. I am not dark black. You understand? I don't look like my beard. My beard is black and gray, but it's mostly black. This is color black right here. Of course, we're shades of brown. You understand? But the culture is black, and a lot of people don't want to be called black because they're ashamed. You dig? Rodney Nicholson says, you're Egyptian, you're African, Jew, not a color. No, I'm none of that. Okay, I'm foundational black American. Okay, now if you want to identify as something else, knock yourself out. You dig? C-Mac, what it do, homie? Happy New Year, man. Same to you, brother. D2C says, just be an American. That's fine with me. See, and there you have it. You got people, they'll pop up and they'll want to tell you what you should be. And that's why I love the term foundational black American, because a lot of people don't like that shit. They don't want us to recognize that we are foundational to this land. As you saw, Tucker and his friend, they acknowledge that we're heritage Americans. You understand? We're probably the heritage Americans. We go back. You understand? Neo Geo says, just be stupid. Okay. Rodney Nicholson says African American is the best term. No, it's not. African American, if that's what you want to call yourself, I have no problem with that. But African American is a misnomer. I'm not African, brother. Like, I got African DNA. I have indigenous DNA. You understand? I have native DNA. You understand? Like, I'm like real deal with proof. I can show you my native background. You understand? So why would I call myself an African American? What the reason why y'all want us to call ourselves African Americans is so we don't stake our claim to this land. You understand? Y'all want us to be foreigners. You want us to be of somewhere else, so we can be guests. We're not guests. We are the goddamn progenitors. We are the foundation. We're the foundation. Right or wrong? Yeah, Don the educator said, me too, Blackfoot here. My father told me that he is of Blackfoot ancestry. I don't know how true that is, but my pops told me that, and I'll take his word for it. You dig? Rodney Nicholson says, black is the worst word you could have accepted. Okay, all right, brother. Listen, it's not about accepted. What are you going to do about it? Rodney, all the pseudo shit that you talking, I hate when dudes talk about, you can't call yourself black. Brother, whether you like it or not, you're a black man. All right, Rodney? You can run around tell me, you can hop on these chats, tell people that you're not black, right? But who but who are you telling? What is that changing? When you walk out your house, you're gonna be a black man. You're gonna be a black man to the day you die. You understand? Understand that shit. Lucas says, you speaks the truth. We don't go around saying Irish American. Exactly. That's exactly the point. They want to make us guests here in America. And, we simply can't allow that. We've allowed it for too long. You dig? Yeah, we're going to get to the ice. We're going to get to ice here in a minute because I want to talk about ice. Yeah, I want to talk about ice. But let me finish the rest of this clip real quick, and then we're going to get back to it. Let me finish the rest of this clip. Shit, hold up. Give me 1 sec.
Supporting base, racists for saying that you're a slave when quite literally you took $45 million. You won't tell us what you agreed to take that money this early in the primary, which is unprecedented. You know this, how unprecedented that kind of money is in an uncontested primary until now. But secondarily, to actually go out and try to gaslight us and think that you're just one of those guys that has been here, since the early 1800s and your family was in the struggle too, you're not. And that's a very interesting term that the Foundational Black Americans use. It's called tether. They're tethering these tethers like Byron Donalds. They come here literally one generation in, and they try to just sit around and act so folksy that we're all part of the same struggle and we're all down on and we need to fight against. No, you just got here, dude. Like the Haitians, like the guys from Ghana who just got here, you don't get to just be a part of our system and then lecture us about how our country went wrong. Well, and if you're...
Y'all hear that, man? Did y'all hear that? And this is the issue. They talking about Byron Donaldson. And if you're not familiar with Byron Donaldson is a politician. I forgot what office he's running for. It may be Congress or something. But he went on the Breakfast Club. And this is a black man, mind you. A black man. He went on the Breakfast Club and he felt comfortable saying that black people don't deserve reparations or he's not for reparations. And his reasoning for saying this was, matter of fact, I'm going to play that in a minute. He said he doesn't want you, all the black people in here. Byron Donaldson said he doesn't want you to get reparations because he doesn't qualify for it because his parents are not from the States. I think his mother's Jamaican, his father's Panamanian. So this is who they talking about right now. And one of the issues is a lot of these politicians and talking heads like Myron Gaines, Candace Owens. There's a long list of people who are not of the FBA lineage, right? Who are talking against the things that we're fighting for, the things that we desire. You understand? And these guys, these Caucasian fellows, they calling it out. You dig? Let me get to some of these comments. Stephen Webb says, so if whites are allowed to call themselves Americans and not define themselves by race, wouldn't we also have the right to identify as Americans when we were here before them? Sure, you can, hey, my man, Stephen, you can identify with whatever you want to identify with, right? But again, see, people don't want us to use the foundational black. They're like, no, just call yourself Americans. No. We're gonna put the two descriptors in the beginning because that's very important. Okay? It is very important that we let you know, we let the world know, because the world is trying to rewrite this shit. They're trying to rewrite history. We have to let the world know that we're foundational, right? Because what they're trying to do is they're trying to remix what really went on out here. Y'all see that Trump, he had something slick to say, right? What did Trump say? He basically said that the civil rights movement enabled a lot of white folks to be treated badly or some shit. We're gonna get on that in a minute too. I was gonna make that the topic. Said, "Are you pro gun?" Yeah, absolutely. I'm pro gun. Fernando Candlestick said, "Whites came from the ocean, blacks came I don't know what that means, bro." Don, the educator, said, "We have many in the state and Fed level pushing reparations for many years." Shout out to Don, the educator. Shout out to Queen PJB. D2C says, "If you want reparations, start making time machine because your history is not your strong suit." Okay, all right. Yeah, I said I'm pro gun. I am pro gun. Yeah. C-Mac said, "We need someone down in D.C. lobbying like a." I agree. C-Mac. I agree. I agree that there's a lot more that could be done for reparations. I'm not hanging my hat on any reparations, but in order to get my vote, right, it's going to have to be some sort of reparations. I believe there's a lot more that could be done, as far as we're concerned with the reparations to push it forward. There should be some sort of fundraising to lobby, you know what I'm saying, and put these things on the books, man. I agree. Trucking Enterprise says, "Name the amazing inventions of your people, sir, and leave." Hey, bro, Trucking Enterprise, bro, why don't you just Google? I'm not going. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you how I get down over here. I'm not going to sit down and run down all of our inventions. Yeah, he just showed how uneducated he is. You should be embarrassed, Trucking Enterprise. Go Google it. I dare you to go Google it. That's your answer right there. You dig? Jay Ware said, I'm not African American. I'm an American." Cool, good for you. I'm a foundational Black American. Shout out to you. Smokes a Lot said, "You didn't invent shit." Okay, go Google it, bro. Like, don't sit here and try to cope, right? By throwing insult, just go Google it. Do you want to know? You want to know what we invented or not? You'll be very surprised. You dig? Y'all created few little things like, okay, go Google it, bro. Like, come on, man. Don, the educator, said, "The internet in the computer." Yeah, without Black inventions, you would not be on this internet, and we would not be on these computers. You dig? Yeah, you're coping, Smokes a Lot. Yeah, you are. And it is very clear. Let me tell you something, Smokes a Lot. Hey, Smokes a Lot, where's your family from, sir? C-Mac said, "We invented him." I mean, come on, bro. Like, y'all really want to talk about it? Do y'all really want to talk about it? What did we invent? Are you high? Smokes a Lot. Smokes a Lot. Listen, bro. I know your daddy and them told you that we weren't shit, right? They told you that we just black and Charlie Kirk, he told y'all that we wasn't shit. But guess what, sir? We are the shit. You understand? We've been the shit. See, life is about perspective. You understand? You gotta understand perspective. And your perspectives shape the way you think. And I understand that you were probably raised in a society where, you know, people told you that black folks didn't contribute much and that we're bad people. But that's just a perspective, right? From insecure people, right? Who want us to be no good. But the truth is the truth. Now, one of the things that I'm proud of my ancestors, what they have done, one thing I do hang my hat on, fucking invention. My ancestors, foundational Black Americans, We made this nation great. We made this nation something to talk about. We made this nation civilized. That's one thing that I'm proud of. My ancestors actually got out in that street and they fought for your ancestors to act civilized. Civilized. If we weren't here, if we didn't fight, your ancestors will be running around here, and let's be real, we see what's going on out here. But they will be running around here acting uncivilized. We had to make a whole movement so they could be civilized. That's what I'm proud of. And there was good Caucasian folks here, we know that. But there was a lot of bad Caucasian folks. They was hanging people from trees. They used to gather everybody in the town. This was a big spectacle. It was like a goddamn concert. They used to bring everybody out. Come on, we're hanging a nigga tonight. And everybody used to watch. They used to have their little party favorites and beers and snacks, and they would watch black people get killed and hung. Until we had to fight. Fuck an invention. Clown. You're a clown. We made America great. We make America great. You've been listening to too much Charlie Kirk. Okay? We smoked on that Charlie Kirk pack months ago. Let it go, goddammit. Let it go. You stupid. Y'all so stupid. Y'all fell for that bullshit that they was talking about. Y'all fell for that debate me bro shit. Y'all fell for that. You fell for 50% of black guys are murderers or they're locked up or they do the crime. You're so unintelligent. You fell for that. Mark Jameson says Charlie Kirk was a great man. To you. He was a great man to you. You dig? Who really, I mean, where are we at with this whole Charlie Kirk thing now? What is Turning Point USA doing at this very moment? What's going on with Turning Point USA? What are they doing? I broke this down many times on my channel. The only thing Charlie Kirk and Turning Point USA, their mission was to maintain white supremacy and racism. That was their goal, bro. Okay, when you look at it from outside of your pea brain, because you were sold the bullshit. He sold you the bullshit. He made you feel good. He talked about everybody else's culture except yours. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all want to know what I've been doing? I've been digging deep into the mafia. I want y'all to stay here for a second. I've been really checking out all the major mob figures, even the modern mafia figures. And I've been listening to their stories. And I've been listening to how much murder and mayhem that they cause on these streets. And I'm wondering, I'm like, hold up. I'm talking about it's members in the mob that got 5, 10, 15 bodies. It was nothing. It was nothing for the mobsters in Massachusetts, New York, Philadelphia to have 5, 10, 15 bodies, several mob members. You dig? But yet and still, y'all talk about our culture like, why is that not put on Front Street? We know why. That's a rhetorical question. Why didn't they put that on Front Street? Why was that not on the news? Where the fuck were we at? I'm talking about what's the cat name? John Aralato. I watched his story, and he's telling us about all these bodies dropping. And I'm like, why was it that shit on the news? And you know the interesting part about all this? All of them, most of these guys are home. Most of these serial killers, these mob figures, they're telling me how many people they unalived and they're free. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's very interesting. And you know what's understood does not have to be explained, man. We got a bunch of no neck Kirk fans in here. Smokes a lot says the F you think you talking about, as if we don't see the BS everything from your culture. Listen, I'm not gonna get into culture wars. Um, you're in denial, okay? Let me tell you, I do want to say this. What you see in black culture is minuscule compared to other cultures' degeneracy. Our degeneracy, right? And we got some degenerates, and I've called it out in a lot, it's certain parts of our culture that is degenerate. But the thing about that is it's funded by outside cultures. You understand? Most of the stuff you see is funded by outside cultures. We can say the small hat culture and the white supremacist culture. Y'all fund all this degeneracy. You understand? Sean said, black culture is not American culture. American culture is American culture. Listen, without black culture, let me say this to you, because that's a great point. And are you listening, Sean? Without black culture, what would America be? What would America be? Every time I scroll down my timeline, the whole world is practicing, taking advantage of, participating in black culture. You understand? I go to Target, black culture. I go to the local ice cream shop. The lady has a sign. Shout out to her. She has a sign that says, "It was all a dream." A quote from Biggie. Now I'm gonna unlock your third eye. See, now when you step out the house now, when you turn on your TV now and you see those commercials, now this is gonna replay in your head that black culture is everywhere. We are the culture. Rock and roll. Who started that? We started that. Country, jazz, blues, hip hop, the most influential art form, music form ever. You understand? Yeah. Who y'all talking about every Sunday when it comes to football? And the reason why I'm pointing this out, because the chat is acting like we ain't shit, right? So I got to point this out. You dig? We got some mad people in here. Smokes a lot is very mad. He's really he's extremely mad. Akun says, my boss, who was a club owner in downtown OKC, had a sign that said it was all a dream. No one ever got offended by that. Who got offended? I don't know why you saying that. Mark Jameson said, how about fatherless homes? Do you know who has a fatherless home? And I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not gonna be degenerate like y'all. You dig? But there is a home that's fatherless. You dig? There is. And the mother is out on stage, right? With pyrotechnics, you dig, on a fucking grifter tour. You dig? Yeah. See, y'all so stuck on these fatherless homes. You dig? Y'all stuck on the wrong things, man. General Cromwell said, "You're right about Erica." Yeah, that's your peoples. Turning Point USA. Yeah, that's your peoples, man. Damn, we got all the races in the chat today. They are head deep. They are in the head deep. Slingshot said, "No, y'all try to hijack everything that ain't you." He's describing black culture. You're just not strong or mature enough to admit it. Yeah, Slingshot, listen, brother. There's a complex. You know what I'm saying? The races have a complex. And they want to take credit for everything, and they want to act like that this great nation wouldn't be what it is without them. And the thing is, it's quite the opposite. You understand? Somebody pointed out that foundational black Americans have never been on the wrong side of history. And that was very, very profound when I heard that. Foundational black Americans have never been on the wrong side of history. We've always done the right thing. We are the moral currency of America. I don't care what Charlie Kirk told you. I don't care what Myron Gaines told you. Okay? We've always fought for equality, liberty, and justice for all. You dig? Yeah. General Cromwell said, Candace Owens spitting the truth about Erica Kirk. I'll give you that. Don't give me anything with Candace Owens. I don't really care about Candace Owens. I haven't even looked into that garbage. Let me tell you something. When I seen Erica Kirk come out the first time, I didn't need to hear anybody else. I said it a long time ago. The day I saw her speak on this, I knew something. I knew something wasn't right. You understand? Something just wasn't right. Acorn says, because you can't name one statement Charlie said that was racist. I got plenty of videos on my channel that break down Charlie Kirk's racism. You dig? Moose Knuckle said MAGA cucks in the chat. Yeah, they are definitely in the chat. Definitely. Yeah. But let me go back real quick. Let me play this clip again real quick. Let me finish this clip. Hold on, let me run back on this, John. Hold up, let me run it back a little bit. Let me run it back a little bit.
I agree there.
Oh shit! Don't do that again. Shit, my fault. Hold up, give me a sec. I gotta get this whole internet thing down because I be really lunching. Yeah, man. Mark Jameson said Candace Owens is a great, wonderful lady. Why? Because she talks about black people. Is that why you love her? If she wasn't talking about black people, you wouldn't love her. Would you? Of course you wouldn't. So y'all love the Myron Gaines. Y'all love the Candace Owens. Y'all love the Officer Tatums.
If your family's been here 400 years, and the descendants of a lot of American slaves or families have been here 400 years, I don't know. I think that gives. I'll listen to you. Like you've got a point of view that is legitimate. I think.
Yeah, and they're unequivocally heritage Americans.
That's for sure.
They're definitely heritage Americans, if anyone is.
And someone rolls in from Ghana and gets an MSNBC slot and starts speaking on behalf of black people.
See, they're talking about people like Myron Gaines. Myron Gaines is from the Sudan, right? Candace Owens, I believe she has Caribbean heritage. And they try to speak for us, and they just not like us, man. You dig? They just not like us. Hold up.
It's like, shut up, honey. You've got nothing to do with this.
Right.
That's
Literally.
a fair perspective, right? I think.
And so it's good to actually see them call them out for that. That's actually cultural appropriation. Appropriating the struggle of slavery.
I totally.
And the struggle of slavery was real. I don't think Republicans ever want to really whitewash that. It's real, right? But for
We're
Byron,
against slavery.
we're against it.
Whether it's in the, West Bank or here or anywhere.
Anywhere.
Yeah, against it.
And so for Byron's
Fight for Old Dave G said they don't even try to speak for you, though. They share facts and y'all can't handle it. Listen, they absolutely try to speak for us, and they may share a fact or two. And it's just like Charlie Kirk. They share half of the story. You dig? See, Charlie Kirk, he was, not to harp on Charlie, old Charlie, but he's a perfect example. Charlie Kirk gave half of the truth. He didn't give us the whole truth. He told you what you wanted to hear. He was a professional. Charlie Kirk was a professional. This was his whole, this was his shtick, for lack of better words. This is what Charlie's mission was, to give you half of the story. You dig? Fight for Old Dave G said, no, they didn't. They never said black people. He gave it to, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, Thomas Sowell was another one. He's another raccoon. Okay? We don't fuck with Thomas Sowell. Okay? None of these guys. You love see, let me tell you, you love Thomas, don't you? Y'all really love Thomas. Yeah, you do. And that's what he wants you to do. They're hustling y'all. Okay? They know better. They know why we're in the predicament that we may be in. Right? Anybody with a brain can tell you why black folks are having some rough times in certain sectors. Okay? We've been through hell and back in this country. You don't expect people to act out. Why did Charlie Kirk expect us to act like him? Okay, when we've been through so much, he expects everybody to act like him. That's just not realistic. See, he was like a robot. And that whole Turning Point USA, they're like robots. You understand? They're basically saying, if you don't act like us, you're not American. You dig? Oh, you talking about Jesse Lee Peterson. Fight for Old Dave G. Now I want you to go and look up Dr. Claude Anderson. Okay, see, y'all only go look up what suits your narrative. You don't do a comparative analysis. Okay, go look up somebody who doesn't fit your narrative. Don the Educator said they are reading a script. Yes, they are trained. They were professionals. You understand? From Pyramid 5 2 Project said Thomas Sowell is not respected by academics. See, I haven't looked too much into him, but I know a lot of the rhetoric that he spews. I know he's an ass kisser for white supremacy. We know that much. Fight for Old Dave said so much gaslighting. Kirk never said be like us. He said stop. No. See, this is the thing, right? Charlie Kirk wanted to talk about what we had going on. He never wanted to talk about what you guys have going on. Answer this question. Okay, I have no problem reading the whole thing. He said stop abandoning your kids committing violence. Who killed Charlie Kirk? We commit the violence, but he got killed by a white man. Come on, man. Make it make sense. You debunking yourself. Charlie Kirk got debunked in real time. You understand? Where you at? Where you at, Old Dave G? Why didn't he talk about the molestation rates amongst Caucasian men? Why didn't he talk about that? Why he didn't talk about the sexual assault amongst the Caucasian community? Why didn't he talk about the bestiality? Why didn't he talk about those things? Somebody answer me. Why didn't Charlie Kirk talk about those things? Old Dave G, don't run now, brother. Don't run now, my man. It's very easy to talk about us, okay? It's extremely easy to talk about a group of people that have been through so many atrocities and that have never been repaired. You understand? We've done all the repairing. We've done all the the persevering and pushing through and overcoming. And we've done a damn good job. But people like Charlie Kirk and yourself, y'all will take some of the sections of the community, okay? Every community has degeneracy, right? Every community. Listen, I live in Western Maryland, okay? You want to talk about abandoning kids? You want to talk about violence? I can take you to South Baltimore. I can take you to Hagerstown, Maryland. I can take you to Bluefield, West Virginia. I can take you to Morgantown, Fairmont, West Virginia. I got lists. I got lists. Okay. These are Caucasian areas. You got it? And I was culture shocked when I moved out here. You did? But I can take you to these places and I can show you that this is not a black thing. Okay? There's a statistic. I think it's the CDC that said black men are the most involved in their kids' lives. We rank number one. You dig? Yeah. I know it's per capita. I know. You see, listen, y'all got to excuse that. Let me tell y'all something. And I don't really argue with the racist crowd because the reality is it's like American History X. Y'all seen American History X? What happened to the boy? What happened to the boy? What did he find out? What did the boy find out? What the bald head boy, the boy that joined up, what did he find out in the end? He found out that it was all bullshit. He found out that the Aryan Brotherhood sold him a crack of bullshit. Y'all didn't learn nothing from that movie? Y'all didn't learn anything from that movie? It's all ideology, man. Charlie Kirk pushed ideology. I'm sure your parents probably pushed ideology. Uh, the we're superior ideology. It's called white supremacist doctrine. That's all. That's all. Um, Candace Mitchell said all he ever had to talk about was how important having a family is. I beg to differ. There is nothing wrong with that. Sorry, my brother. No problem. Listen, and this is see again. Everybody has perspective. Everybody's third eye is not open, and this is who his main audience was. People that fell for that shit, hook, line, and sinker. Every cult leader says some real shit. You dig? Every cult leader, they don't just tell all lies. Some shit is gonna be true. They're gonna warm your heart. Okay? And he warmed your heart. No problem. But people with their third eye open, we understand what he was about. We know what his mission was. Somebody else knew his mission too. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Listen to this shit real quick. Somebody who only talks about family, nobody's gonna stand on a roof in front of 3,000 people and try to take them out. You understand? There was more to it than that. Just because your third eye is not open, just because you fell for the bullshit, doesn't mean everybody did. Everybody does. What Jay Ware said. Jay Ware said every culture has bad people. The whole group shouldn't be defined by the actions of a few. I agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. And this is why this whole turning point thing it's disgusting, man. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we saw J.D. Vance make a mockery of himself. And he said that white people do not have to apologize for being white anymore. And the reality is, We've never wanted anybody to apologize for being white. See, one thing I can say about my people is, for the most part, we accept everybody, man. We don't want to cause harm to anybody. We want peace and harmony for the most part. Not everybody, yeah, there's some people in the crowd, you know what I'm saying? Just like every crowd. But for the most part, we want everybody to to have theirs equally. You understand? We don't have a track record of holding people back. We don't have a track record of holding people back from getting justice, equality, and liberty. We don't have that track record, dog. You dig? Old Dave G said, we all experience black people in real life. We see how y'all ruin everything, how y'all don't know how to act, but we're racist. All we ask for is standards. Sir, 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 sir. Whew. Boy. How we ruined everything? Did you really say that? We can't address that, man. We can't really. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Oh, the original clapper. What it do, homie? I appreciate you, Holmes. Yes, sir. Sassy Mo said, leave Kirk alone. He's taking a dirt nap by one of your own. Yeah. Yeah, we didn't. Did we ruin Charlie Kirk's speech that day? Old Dave G. Did we ruin Charlie's? Did we blow up? I mean, I'm talking about. You said we ruined everything. We named the black Timothy McVeigh. Name the black Dylan Roof. Drop them in the comment, bro. Since we ruined everything. Yeah, you might run into some unruly ghetto ratchets, right? That's just one section of the black community. You dig? But you've never seen us run into a church. You've never seen us run into a church and unalive 9 elders that were praying. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Let me tell y'all something. See, our stuff gets reported. Our stuff, our degeneracy, it gets put on Front Street. In return, everybody else thinks that their shit is just perfect. I mean, from you'll have Mexicans telling you that we need to stop selling drugs. You'll have people that are Latin that'll tell you we need to stop selling drugs. And in reality, the drugs are coming from their homeland. See, black folks have never grown coca leaf. We have never imported tons of fentanyl. You understand? We have never imported tons of fentanyl. But he's talking about seeing some people in public that are probably loud and energetic. He bypasses the cartel, the Asian syndicates, right? He doesn't want to talk about that. The CIA that allows them to bring it in, he doesn't want to talk about that. He'd rather talk about a few individuals that he's ran into that were loud. And this is white supremacy in a nutshell. You dig? That's all. Slingshot said, where's the intelligent racist? Because this chat can't think or articulate worth a damn. Yeah, they're very low vibrational, man. Very low vibrational. Fight for Dave O said, y'all hate so well but love George Floyd. Shout out to George Floyd. See, the thing is, that's another trick they played on y'all. They made y'all think that we were so destroyed about George Floyd. They made y'all think that George Floyd was our hero, is our hero. That was a mind trick that they played on y'all. See, the George Floyd riots, I remember the George Floyd protests and riots. That was a great time, man. That was a beautiful time. I was outside. I was in front of the White House protesting. But I remember seeing the cats out Philly chasing the police around, setting the police cars on fire. That was a great time, bro. Like, let me tell y'all about that though. Billion $1 billion worth of damage. $1 billion worth of damage. Oh, I'm glad you said that. Old Dave G said y'all burned down cities for him. No, listen, sir. Listen, Dave. I was just about to come to that point. $1 billion worth of damage, just so y'all can do the right thing. See, it took $1 billion worth of damage for y'all to lock that man up. You understand? That proves that disproves everything Charlie Kirk talks about. That all the denial of racism, that disproves all that. It took billions of dollars worth of damage for them to lock one person up, and they had the crime on video. Yeah. So don't, it's not about George Floyd. It's about justice. It's about justice. And I clapped, and I was very pleased when I saw the uprising. Okay, very pleased. I believe in I believe in uprising. I believe in burning shit down. Um, I'm not saying I have, but I'm not mad when other people do. You dig? Tolik Wade says there are movies and rappers talking about selling drugs, but you guys never sold drugs. Boy, y'all slow as hell. Y'all see this comment? Y'all see these comments? Y'all see these comments? You know, said he was on drugs. Sure, sure, he had fentanyl in the system, but he didn't die. He didn't die of an overdose. You dig? Anybody that knows about drugs, you don't do fentanyl an hour earlier. Go to the store, try to pass off a counterfeit bill, and then an hour later you overdose. That's not how fentanyl works. You dig? That's not how fentanyl works. You know, said yes, he did. See, this is another mind game that they told y'all, and I'm not going to try to convince you. If you want to be stupid, then you be stupid. You dig? Kenneth Tucker, shout out to you, homie. Chris says he digs. Y'all can't even type. Nate said, I can't lie. I'm about as high as a cat's back. Jay Ware said, I agree with protesting. However, I don't agree with destroying other people's property. Man, fuck it, bro. Like, listen, I don't necessarily agree with it either. But when you have a police officer that clearly took a man's life, right, and they don't want to lock him up for it, fuck everybody's property. Fuck everybody's property, dog. People are fed up. See, this is the thing, right? That takes me to my next topic, ICE. Let's talk about ICE. Ian Wu said fentanyl takes 4 to 6 hours, takes 30 minutes. All right, brother. All right, Ian. You got it, bro. You got it. That brings me to my next topic, ICE. Let's talk about ICE. I want to talk about the hypocrisy. I want to talk about the hypocrisy of the MAGA crowd. Now, I'm not against ICE, okay? I am not against ICE. I'm not against Donald Trump. You dig? But I want to talk about the hypocrisy from the so-called patriots. We know you guys are not really patriotic. We saw what you did on January 6th. We saw that on January 6th, you guys were acting like the savages you call everybody else, right? Um, Again, I'm not against ICE, but when I see these bootlicking MAGA people acting as if it was okay to kill that lady, and I'm not caping for that lady because those goddamn protesters are annoying. Those anti-ICE protesters, I don't blame ICE for slamming a couple people on the ground. I don't blame them. Okay, see, this is a fair channel over here. We're fair and balanced, and we tell the truth. You dig? Um, but that lady, she did not deserve to be unalive. You understand? That man, that officer, that ICE agent, he wanted to smoke Shawty. He wanted to get her up out of here. How do we know this? I think they're going to charge him eventually. I think he's going to get charged. I believe he's going to get charged. Um, Bullets can't stop a car. Okay? Bullets can't stop a car from hitting you. Why was his first instinct to shoot? A normal person's first instinct would be to what? To get out the way. I don't believe that lady meant to hit that man. I don't believe that you believe. You know, the hypocrites, the racists, the MAGA, the don't tread on me, the don't tread on everybody else but me. That crowd. I don't believe that y'all believe that lady was trying to hit him. If that was your mother, if that was your aunt or your daughter, y'all would not be okay with that. Jim Smith said she was trying to get away. He had been run under a car. No problem. You just tore his whole argument up. If he had been hit, let's just be real. See, white supremacy and racism has a way of being so irrational. Now, a person with PTSD who was ran over, are they going to stand in front of the car or not? I mean, what we doing? What we talking about, man? Somebody with PTSD is going to be furthest from in front of the car. I agree. Jay Ware said a normal person would have gotten out of the car when she was told. I'm not going to say a normal person. See, that's the problem I have with y'all. Y'all act like some bootlicking goddamn police lovers. We saw y'all on J6, right? See, every day, it's times where I get pulled over and I don't feel like dealing with the police and I'm disobedient. But the way you talk like, well, he should just obey. Are y'all Americans or not? I agree she should have handled it differently. But the way y'all talk, like the police have absolute authority, only when it comes to other people, but not y'all. Y'all lost an election and y'all stormed the Capitol, hurt police officers, scared members of the government. When it comes to you and what you want, y'all feel like y'all can do whatever you want to do. But everybody else has to obey. Told it ways, let it go, man. Let it go. Jim Smith said he shouldn't be on the job. I agree. Listen, He should not have been on the job. If he had such PTSD, why was his dumb ass standing in front of the car? I'm gonna tell you again. I feel like they're gonna charge him. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Y'all saw when she backed up. He pulled his gun out. Instead of pulling his gun out, he had time to move out the way. We saw her wheels turn to the right. I'm speaking objectively. Those ladies watching that video, it irked me. It irritated me. I'm like, what the hell are they doing? She talking about, go get lunch, big boy. That shit pissed me off. Like, lady, get the fuck out. Go somewhere. But we saw her wheels turn. Guess who else is going to see those wheels turn? The Department of Justice. If we look right now, yeah, everybody's playing a game like they acting like even Trump. Everybody's like, no, no, she was a domestic terrorist. What? This is white supremacy, dog. This is what I mean. Everybody knows she wasn't no damn domestic terrorist. If that lady was a domestic terrorist, what were the J6ers? What were the J6? If that lady was a domestic, what were the January 6 people? Oh, shout out to my man Nate for the super chat. He said, take this 4.99 to seek better education on what the law is. He can't see wheels turning from the front. She didn't listen. She drove towards him. Now, no. I appreciate the super chat, homie. Of course he didn't see. Of course he didn't see the wheels turn. But he did see her back up, right? Sir, what's my man name? Nate. He did see her back up. Now, Nate, let me ask you, you seem like an intelligent person. If you see a car back up, right, are you going to stand in the way of the car or are you going to get out of the way of the car? Are you going to stand there and pull a gun as if the gun was going to stop the car? Samuel. Listen, Dave G still talking about Tucker. Listen, man, I don't have a dog in a fight. I like what Ice is. I'm glad Ice is out here putting belt to ass. I like that shit. I love it. Get get him up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with Ice, but I do have a problem with double standards. You dig? Nate said if I'm an ICE agent and someone is blocking traffic and has been causing disruption for hours, yeah, I'm gonna get her out of the car at all costs. They told her multiple times she got mobile. Okay, no problem. I have no listen. If they pulled out the car, I wouldn't have a problem with that. But to get shot in the face 3 times, Nate, do me a favor, homie. Nate, do me a favor, Holmes. I mean, let's just be real quick. Nate, let's be real. Let's listen. I'm going to take your word for it that you're a man of integrity. Nate, answer this question. If that was your daughter, your sister, or your mother, would you still have these same excuses? Would you still have this same perspective? Be real, bro. This is a rhetorical question. I want to see how much integrity you have, though. I never said white men was bad, bro. See, this is your victim mentality. Nate, where you at, bro? I asked you a question. Let's have a moment of truth, man. Let's have a moment of truth. Dave G, your butt hurt, bro. Like you really upset. All right, Nate. Let's see what Nate got to say. I know he's about to do some babbling. Let's see. Nate says, "Oh shit, my sister, my daughter, or mom wouldn't see Nate. You're being disingenuous, sir. Answer the question. If it was your mother, your sister, or your daughter, would you still have the same perspective? See, let's just try it one more time. If you can't do it, I'll respect it, and you can, we'll know where you stand. You dig? Like I'm talking about. See, this is the problem with America right now. Nobody wants to be human. Nobody wants to be a human being. You dig? Be a human being for 5 seconds. Candace Mitchell said we wouldn't do that. Yeah, I don't think anybody I don't think nobody believes she was trying to hit that officer. Let's just be real. Nate said, if my mom did that, then I will be devastated. But she put herself in that situation. I will be furious, of course, and want to see if other course of action could have taken place. What kind of dancing is that? All right, cuz listen, let's move on. Let's move on. Michael said that ICE agent wanted to shoot that woman. That's what I believe. The same thing, bro. Listen, if I'm the ICE agent, I see a chick backing up. I'm getting out the way. Especially they said he's been hit before. I'm moving. You dig? Now, I think his ego may have got the best of him. He didn't want to move out the way. He went for his gun. He didn't go and get out the way. They could have went and got her. They could have went and pulled her over. You dig? Y'all acting like she was a hardened criminal. Those ladies were goofies. Okay, sorry, RP, rest in peace. But y'all doing too much. See, this is why white supremacists can't be trusted. This is why y'all racist ass cannot be trusted. It's all about white power, dog. That's what it's about. Y'all can't be trusted. Y'all act like that lady was a hardened criminal that was going to take him on a high speed chase. I agree. That lady should have got out of her damn car. That lady shouldn't have been there. I don't believe in the ICE protest. I think everybody should go home and let ICE do their damn job. Nate, let me ask you this, brother. How you feel about January 6th, man? What do you feel about the January 6th insurrection? Do you feel like those people were justified? Disrupting the law does not mean a death sentence. I keep saying people, I keep saying people with the comments, they keep saying, I'm gonna get to the solutions in a minute, Dave G. I got the solution for you, bro. People keep making these comments like, well, she should have obeyed the law. Well, she should have got out the car. So you mean to tell me that y'all agree that if you disobey with the law, you should get shot in the face 3 times? Listen, I know that y'all don't believe that. I know that y'all don't believe that. Mark said January 6th were Patriots, USA. No, see, that was January 6th was unpatriotic. You understand? And those people that were out there, they don't love America. They proved that day that whenever something doesn't go their way, they will burn this shit down. They will go to civil war. They will take other people's life because they didn't get their way. Those are the so-called patriots. You dig? Nicholas Payne says, I do, because then people will stop being stupid. You do what? Candace Mitchell says, no wrong. No wrong what? I don't understand what that means. Dave G said, I'm a race hustler. What am I hustling you out of, bro? I come on here to vent. I don't care about this YouTube money. I got content on this page that is reoccurring that I get paid from that has nothing to do with politics whatsoever. I come on here to talk to the people and vent. It's like my therapy right here. You dig? I talk about topics, you know what I'm saying? I talk about topics that because I don't want to go on Facebook and argue with people because I'll be on there all damn day. You know what I'm saying? So I come over here, speak my mind, and get shit off my chest, go about my business. Dazed and Confused asked the question, out of everything going on right now, what does any of this have to do with black people? I agree, brother. Hey, Dazed and Confused. Well, let me say this. To an extent, I believe a lot of this stuff is not our business. Majority of black people, we're not fighting for immigrants. We're not fighting against ICE. Majority of us, you got some idiots out there. Like I seen the so-called Black Panthers out there. Like, if y'all don't take y'all dumb ass home, the hell are y'all doing? Like the Black Panthers, what are y'all doing out there? Y'all fighting for people that's gonna call you a mayate? They'll call you. I mean, like I posted a clip on my Facebook today of some black dude at a Venezuelan protest. They was calling him nigga. Like, I'm not going out there. Shout out to all my Spanish folks, all my immigrants, period. But we know that immigrants don't really like black Americans. Nobody really likes black Americans, okay? Let's just be real. You got white supremacists, you got Africans, Caribbeans, Mexicans. They all got derogatory names for us. You dig? So nobody is really out there fighting for immigration. Nate, let me check your last comment out. Nate said at the end of the day, we got to stop all the division, left versus right, Democrats versus Republicans, etc. We got to unite and focus on shit like how outrageous tax. See, the problem, Nate, the problem is you'll say something like, hey, let's stop worrying about everything else. Let's focus on what I want to focus on. And then I'll come and I'll say, well, foundational black Americans, our biggest concern is reparations right now. And you'll be like, no, you're not getting reparations, dude. We're not paying you shit. So there is no compromise. It's like, hey, once you worry about what I want to worry about, I'm not even going to hear what you got to say. I'm not even going to stop to think about your plight or what you want, what type of justice you want. You dig? So that's the problem. Dave G said, losers blame the white man. Go get it. Uh, I think we agree on a lot more than we disagree on. Uh, I just think it's all a matter of, at the end of the day, Nate said reparations for what? See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, you just proved my point. He said that shit is getting so fucking old. Get the F over it and grow up. Get your bag in the greatest country. Nate, thank you. Thank you. Just proved my point. You just told me to unite. Hey man, let's look here, guy. Nate just said, look here, guy, let's stop talking about left and right. Come on, dude. Come on, brother. Let's just unite, brother. And then as soon as I say that R word, the hostility comes out. The hostility is here. I didn't disagree to unite. I told you what you were going to do when I tell you what our issue is. I told you. I didn't say let's not unite. I said the problem with what you said is when you said you want to talk about taxes. I said when I talk about what we want to talk about, you're gonna have a problem with it. So there's no way we can unite. You dig? Um, bro, I'm good. I'm good. I don't listen. See, this is another thing that y'all like to do, and I don't even need to explain. And look, reparations are old. My family built the country. My family built this country for free. You dig? I'll give you $5 for the slavery you didn't experience. Yeah, see, this is what I mean, man. This. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell y'all something. It's some real shit. Yeah, y'all don't have to believe me, right? I'm gonna just tell you my belief for what it's worth. America is going to hell in a handbag until they make it right with foundational black Americans. This shit is never going to be right until they fix or attempt to make right what they did to my ancestors. You don't have to fucking believe me. Everything isn't political. Some things are spiritual. Mark Jameson says, you won't answer my question about Section 8 and EBT being reparations. I didn't see it. That's one. And two, my man, see, this is the fantasy that y'all live in, that black Americans are the only ones that get Section 8 EBT. Do y'all know who gets more EBT than anybody? Does anybody want to answer that question? Yeah, 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 yeah. We ain't gotta do that. We ain't gotta do that. Yeah, so I'm gonna say it again. Y'all can say F your reparations. Y'all can laugh and make jokes. But do y'all see where this country is headed? Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think things are heading in a positive direction for America? I like a lot of things that Trump is doing, to be honest with you. But I also think that it's only a matter of time before the shit hit the fan. Other countries know what was done here on this land. Other countries know how the American government has gotten down. I believe if other countries saw black Americans, foundational black Americans, get reparations, get their issues addressed, I believe that would give America a newfound respect. You understand? Nate said this country is F, brother, for a million reasons. Not because of slavery, not because of how we got the land. If that's what you want to believe, my man, knock yourself out. Go ask the Venezuelans. Go ask all the other countries that have been colonized. Go ask all the other countries that have been slaughtered. What happened to us is still, in a sense, going on with other countries. Okay? Y'all see how they went and stole the president? I'm not mad at what he did. I'm not mad that he went and got that president. I don't really care. But y'all know that's about some oil shit, right? not the affirmative act. Damn, y'all so uneducated, bro. Like, come on, man. Yeah, I got a degree, Holmes. I got a degree. Why are you talking about affirmative action, bro? Like, I can't address. I done addressed that so many times on my channel. Yeah, I just gave you the solution. The solution, I know the solution for foundational Black Americans is we have to get reparations. See, I wanna talk to the people that really want to learn something. I want y'all to go look up an individual named Dr. Claude Anderson. Dr. Claude Anderson told us 20 years ago that we have to get reparations or we will be a permanent underclass. See, when we built this economy, when we built this country, see, we made America wealthy. Black Americans, slaves, made America wealthy. We were the first commodity on Wall Street. We received nothing. We received nothing. I know it's in your nature. Your nature is to say, well, shit. Their family did build this motherfucker. Their family did create the wealth for free. That's not in your nature. That's not your nature, bro. Now, I got white brothers. We've had this conversation. And he was like, you know what, bro? Like, you right. We gave billions and trillions to Israel. We gave billions and trillions to Ukraine. We spent millions on the immigrants coming over here, but we couldn't give it to our black brothers and sisters that built this motherfucker. Come on, man. Come on. C Mac said, yeah, he got that oil because that's where China gets theirs. China is trying to take the US and the dollar out of the trade game. It was a smart chess move. Yeah, I'm not mad. Look here, bro. I'm not mad. Look, let me tell you something, man. I like what Trump is doing in a lot of areas. He's ruling with an iron fist. You know what I'm saying? He's letting the people know, you know, you'll get stepped on. Shit is not a game. I like that. That's how you got. See, Biden and them, they was gonna get us. They was gonna get us stepped on. We was looking real soft. Their agenda was a bunch of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at Trump, man. Candace, speak for yourself, sweetheart. I don't know what you're talking about. My ancestors didn't fight and die for nothing. You dig? Dave G, man. Hey, look here, Dave, man. Listen, I know I done fucked your whole day up, homie. You dig? Sophia Carter said ICE agents are the new day bounty hunters and overseers. They haven't. I haven't been. I haven't been. Nobody I know has been affected by ICE. No foundational Black Americans that I know. C Mac, have you been affected by ICE, bro? I have not been affected by ICE, man. Listen, they need to blame the last administration for bringing millions of immigrants over here. That's who they need to blame. You dig? Yeah, I haven't been. I haven't been affected. I don't know anybody that's foundational Black American that has been affected by ICE. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All right, man. Look, I've been on here long time. Y'all subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna come back probably tomorrow or maybe Thursday. We can chop it up. Yeah, yeah. Talking about how weak we are. Y'all be good, man. C Mac, J Weird. I appreciate everybody. Y'all stop back through sometime, man. All right. Peace.